Now, I see you got the chance to collab with FBG Duck some years ago. And shit, how did you feel when you found out he passed away?
I can't say I was like too fucked up. I ain't gonna lie. Like we weren't even like chopping it up like that at the time. You know what I'm saying? Like we had little words and shit.
Yeah.
Cause we had dropped like 2 or 3 songs together and shit. And Duck had did some like weird shit a little bit. You know what I'm saying? We chopped it up and shit though, but like he did some little weird shit. We had words. And we ain't talk again until like until he got well, we ain't even really talk. We just like I congratulated his ass on the little slide shit. You know what I'm saying? Like that was like years after like we had our words and all that shit. The shit was like I'm grown as hell now. You know what I'm saying? Like nigga, but you know what you did. Nigga. You know what I'm saying? But I congratulated his ass when he got the little small deal for sliding shit. That nigga was like good looking and shit. That was the end. Then like a month later, 2 months later or something, his ass died and shit. I was like, damn, like. But I used to ask myself like, why is ass stay in Chicago, man? Like that's all I used to be like, why is ass? I was in Chicago when GB Capo got killed and shit, and I was like, that shit was like fucked up though. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm like, damn, bro, like what the fuck is you doing in Chicago, bro? Like that's just like Minnesota though, bro. Like motherfuckers is getting on you here. A lot of niggas that supposed to have been made died, bro, or they in jail right now, like Scrap Grims, bro. Like my nigga Scrap Grims, bro. That's somebody who like was an empire on the music shit. He was like, he wouldn't let you come to his house and just drop some music. No, he gonna tell you, nah, bro, re-record. He don't even care if you get mad at him, bro. No, re-record that. He gonna start your ass over 10, 20 times. Nah, bro, redo that. Like, on my mama, but like, Scrap on the song with me and Lil J. Me, Scrap Grams, and Lil J from FBG.
Oh, I
Yeah,
ain't know that. I ain't
yeah,
see
but
that
like,
because
but both of him and Lil J went down for murders and shit. Like a year apart and shit after we dropped that shit and shit. So that shit kind of fucked up our wave and shit because we was doing like decent.
that's the one that passed away. The
Which
one
one?
that because Lil J when he got locked up, he like somebody like on that little I guess it was like a little robbery or something, and
Oh
somebody
yeah.
died. Was he the one that died or it was somebody else?
No, Lil J, he locked up.
No, I'm saying like the
Scrap.
dude Scrap. Yeah,
No, Scrapping, he in the joint up here.
yeah, you
He in
still
the
in the
joint in
joint? Okay.
Minnesota, yeah. Scrap, he bro go crazy and shit. That's Scrap from Graham's game. Capo and Scrap, they really Graham's game. That's all folks know. Them my niggas to this day. You know what I'm saying? I be talking to Scrap on JP and shit. All of that shit. Like my nigga, with his head high and shit. You know what I'm saying? Just chilling. Like damn. But he finna come back on that appeal though.
And I see like he was out there on the block with y'all like with some original FBG members. Shit, can you
Yeah.
take us through that day? Shit, if you still remember?
Yeah.
Because I didn't even know he was really fucking with Minnesota like that.
Yeah. Like he they came up here and shit. Like we just met off some like weird shit. They I think they was asking they like some they went and did some whoever brought them up here or something like that. They was asking them like I knew them. You know what I'm saying? They was asking them and shit like, do you know Celly and shit? And they was telling them no and shit. You know what I'm saying? But like me and Duck and them, we got like a lot of same people that we affiliate with in Chicago and all of that shit. So they ended up sliding to my OG crib, my mama and shit. I was staying with my mama. I was 18, and no, they ass was they was up here on that bullshit like most artists come here and shit, and once they get the bag and shit, and fuck a couple hoes and shit, they'll go on Facebook and blast that shit like, y'all just fucked Minnesota up, took they bitches, all of that, you know what I'm saying? Duckman was doing that shit, but they was still here and shit, just riding around, going to people's houses and shit. And some niggas hopped on their ass and shit, like, nigga, y'all got Minnesota fucked up type shit. So they end up sliding to my OG crib and shit. And shit, we was chilling and shit, you know. And that's how I got this tattoo right here. Cause Duckman used to call us Glock boys and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like all my homies and shit, we chilling and shit. I got the whole hood over there at the crib and shit. So Penwood and where we did the video at, that's my little area, you know what I'm saying? So I brought him to the hood and shit, you know what I'm saying? Let everybody see him and shit, but like for like the whole time we was here, we was just kicking it and shit though. Like Lil J ain't come with them. It was Billy, One Trey, and Duck. But they got family members up here and shit like that. Like it's like all famous motherfuckers got family here. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like motherfuckers who people really be like, when they come here, they don't just come here because they be having family hitters, all type of shit around this motherfucker. So, you know, they slid. Boom, we slide out, go to the stove, slide to a few spots. They ass was up here. They wasn't too equipped when they came up here though. You know what I'm saying? So that's what they ass took a liking into me because they seen how motherfuckers was coming. You know what I'm saying? That nigga Duck he used to always say like, "Folk, y'all ass be just like we be at the crib, folk." Like that's all he used to say and shit. Every time and shit. Then like before we went and did our video, like I wasn't on no like fan shit, none of that. You know what I'm saying? I was really fucking with them niggas. Like I was talking to a lot of them before a lot of people knew who they was and shit. You know what I'm saying? Because I was on like Chi-Town Takeover tour and shit. And Chief Keef was like the headliner on that motherfucker. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of niggas had a problem with that shit. Like, nigga, you GD, nigga. What the fuck you like? P. Rico, he used to always write me and shit. Like, nigga, why you got that goofy on your shit? Like, cause I had a motherfucking
GQ.
The graphics and shit, like the photo and shit on my post. And they hit me up like, bro, why you got this goofy on your shit? Like, on my mama. Like, we'll be chopping it up. I'm like, nigga, I'm on this tour, nigga. Like, but like, them niggas ain't never really like showed me that like they be on no like, oh, I can't fuck with you because you fuck with them. Like, I ain't never got treated like that. Like, them niggas a real live chop it up with me. Like E-Day, I respected E-Day because I chopped it up with him and shit. After I opened up for Mimo and shit, I chopped it up with E-Day and shit. And he knew I had music with Duck and them, all of that shit though. But he ain't never like, that nigga was like, send me your music. Like, I told him like, bro, what y'all got going on, bro, really ain't got nothing to do with me though. You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, I'm in Minnesota, nigga. I don't give no fuck about that shit what's going on up there. Like, niggas throw down GD all the time. Niggas, you know what I'm saying? All type of shit. Like, but I hit him up though. Sent him the music and shit like that. Like I was chopping it up with him like all the way up until like a couple weeks before he passed away and shit. He was trying to start his label, all that shit. But he was real though. Like when I chopped it up with him and told him how I was coming, like, bro, I got problems here, nigga. I don't expect y'all that to like slap to Minnesota and do nothing, nigga. If y'all fuck with me, nigga, like I ain't trying to, you know what I mean? I'm not finna get on those songs and get the BD Candy. I mean, you know what I'm saying? All this shit, like none of that shit, nigga. Like, boom, sent him my music and shit, and I don't really talk like about none of that goofy shit in my music. So he nigga like, yeah, this shit. He was fucking with me. Like anytime I used to hit him up, he'd respond right back. What's up, shorty? Ooh.
So now when people hear about Boss Celly, man, they think of that gang, that street shit. Shit, what you gotta say to the females that think like Celly, man, he don't really make shit for the ladies, man. Like,
shit, I be making some little lady hits. I probably ain't dropped too many lady hits. You know what I'm saying? Like videos and shit like that. Wise, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. We just shot one in Cali and shit though. We shot one in LA. This shit called Hustlers and shit. We finna drop that shit. That shit gonna turn the city up, but most definitely got some female hits though. You know what I'm saying? I just be sitting on. I'll let them hear them if they're around me. I just don't be putting them out like that and shit. They be mad as hell at me. They be, why I can't get this? I'm like, nah, man, nah. Then it's always like my BM and shit. My wife, she be on some bullshit. She be on some like, yeah. Like she be saying I sneak this and that songs and shit. I would be sneak this and I just be talking about what we went through and shit. She be like, yeah, she do not like that shit, bro. Like, she do not be supporting that shit. I'll be like, yeah, shut this for me. Be like,
Now I see you be in and out of LA a lot. Is that like your second home, or is that a place where you just go catch a vibe?
Nah, I just started going to LA and shit, fucking with my boy and shit. Motherfucking and this was like my first time going and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like this is my first time actually going out. You know what I'm saying? Other than Chicago or Minnesota, I've been to New York and shit back in like 2009. I think on that like Wild Out Wednesday shit and whatever that was. I went to that shit. But I ain't go through all the steps and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like that shit was set up kind of weird and shit. So I just went through like step one and shit like that. For my birthday and shit, I went and did that. But then I came right back to Minnesota. Um, where else? New York. Yeah, just New York and Cali, I think shit. Big trips that I done took. I ain't really been too much of nowhere, bro. Especially since I've been on this shit. I've been on that probation, bro. I ain't left Minnesota, bro. I be so like, I be like, fuck that shit, bro. I ain't going nowhere. All right, the motherfucker like, man, can I go out of town, man? Because I got to get passes and shit to leave Minnesota and shit.
Yeah.
Hey, man, can I go out of town and shit? By the time they hit me back, I'm like, fuck that. I ain't going nowhere. Y'all got me fucked up.
Now, I heard that you opened for Boosie last night. Shit, how was the vibes at the club? And do you feel like you had a good performance?